One thing a lot of people don't really talk about on their channel is how sexually active people are inside of prison. It's crazy. Trust me, I know. And at the end of the day, the government can't really put an end to, people being sexually active while they're locked up. So a lot of prisons, believe it or not, they actually have condom dispensaries where you could get condoms so that way you can have safe sex. Believe it or not, but it's true. For this video, man, I'm going to be telling y'all a situation from when I was locked up, and I had a homeboy of mine that I actually fell out with because he ended up catching an STD while we were in prison. And there's only one way he could have done that. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Same time of the week, better be there. Have my people send a message, make sure that it's there. Time for me to collect, bring the shit over here, cause you can tell them my face, don't make me come over there. I'll run up in your room, put my shank in your neck, swear to God I'll wet you up, better show me respect. I'm hitting licks like nut, break bread with dogs. Putting on for Eastside, Davey, this Kfrog, it's a robbery. Heard what I said, I got some names I won't say. Most of them dead, for that tunch you get there's a press on your head. Take the shit out your locker, throw it all on my bed. You got a daughter back you up, on care what you click. 2 lockers to fit both y'all shit. See me in the cut jamming, smoking the rip, getting tatted with the money that your people are sent. See on the streets I would've bust you, but in prison I come cut you.
What's up, y'all? You already know, man. Kfrog TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back, y'all. Today I'm gonna be trying to word my video the properest way that I can, because it's a touchy topic for the YouTube world when you speak on anything like this. You understand? STDs is nothing that you want to joke about or make fun of anybody that's ever caught one, because trust me, it can happen to you. All right, and at the end of the day, the requirements are real minimum over here on YouTube, so I gotta word it the way that I can. So I'm gonna let y'all know for this video how inside of prison, believe it or not, there's hella people that are sexually active still inside of prison. And a lot of people end up catching STDs and even worse, AIDS. People, get that ninja, all types of shit just because they are sexually active when they're locked up. Now, don't get me wrong, first thing that's going to come to your mind is like, damn, well, that's man on man because everybody's inside of male prison, which I'll tell you, 97% is because, yes, them boys were gay. They were sissies and doing things that they shouldn't have been doing. But there's still a small percentage that, you could sleep with a female guard, a nurse, a kitchen staff, stuff like that, and then they can burn you. You know what I'm saying? But what made me really want to touch this topic is to let y'all know, you can't really, not expect it. You understand? These are the type of things that you're going to have a circle of people, and if you are not all, sharp enough up here, y'all can fall for the okie doke, and next thing you know, your ass be sleeping with a man. And now you're considered a sissy too, you see? And I had a homeboy when I was in there that, ended up catching an STD while we were locked up, right? And my other homeboy put him on blast, and we had a big fallout and everything like that. So I want to come on here and break it down to y'all and let y'all know how it went, all right? Now, when you first get locked up, they're gonna test you, man, like you're a fucking science project. You understand? Like you're something in a science lab. They're gonna break you down from the top of your head all the way down to the tippy toes. And they're gonna, they're gonna figure out every single thing about your body. So they're gonna know if you had an STD when you came in, they're gonna clear it up. They're gonna do whatever they can to hide it. They're gonna do whatever they can to dispute it to where it's not inflamed, or if it's something that isn't, curable, they're gonna do whatever they have to do. You understand? Now, this is the thing. If your ass comes in with an STD and say it's an uncurable STD, so later on down the line, you end up, flaring up, the guards, including, the nurses inside of, medical, they're gonna already have it in your file, in your docket, that you came in with something like that. So they're not really gonna make a big deal about it. But if it's something that's curable, or you've never had it before, and you go and you get tested by the nurse and you end up having an STD, they're gonna off rip place you in confinement because they're gonna know you're sexually active. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like you just got one, out of nowhere. You just woke up and all of a sudden had one. You see? So a homeboy of mine, there was 3 of us we used to hang out. It was me, my dog Mo, my dog India. Now India, You know, he was from Gainesville. So was my dog Mo. You know, them boys, they both was from over that way. My dog Mo used to fuck India's sister. So he knew who he was already and shit like that. It was his old brother-in-law. That's the easiest way to explain it. So we would all vibe, hang out in the dorm and shit like that. You know, chop it up, laugh, you know, kick it and shit. And I remember, you know, Mo was affiliated. He was a gang member. So, you know, he spent a lot of times, you know, on missions and with his brothers, you know, having meetings and, you know, doing shit that he was supposed to do as far as being affiliated. India, he was different. You know, I used to ask him like, oh, this your first time in prison? He'd be like, yeah, da 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 da, this and that. He would break it down and let me know. When I was at my other kid, he would break it down and let me know a little bit about prison that I never really knew. Well, one day, India don't come back to the dorm. And next thing you know, we see the guards coming in there and they're packing up his, you know, his bunk. They're taking his shit and putting it in his property. So as being someone you're cool with, you know, you start wondering like, damn, bro, what happened to India? You feel me? And then when Mo came back to the dorm, it was kind of like, hey, Mo, what's up with, you know what I'm saying, your brother-in-law? So then him being a gang member, you know, gang members kind of have more pull to kind of find out what happened. Word travels, you know what I'm saying? So Mo found out that India went to confinement because he ended up having an STD, you see? But now that he got an STD, there's only one way he could have got that STD, you know what I'm saying? So Mo starts doing his background check even more, you feel me? And starts to find out that India messed with a sissy at another camp before, right? So it wasn't the same sissy, you know, that apparently he was messing with at this institution, but due to the fact that he found out about him at another institution, kind of showed, you know, word travel. So it's like, if you did this over there, and now you got an STD here, it's common sense. You were messing with a sissy over here at this institution now, right? So word already had kind of went around, you know, in Mo's ear due to the fact that he was like kind of like vouching to be India's, you know, brother-in-law. Word had already kind of went around that India got caught, you know, like flirting with a sissy inside the shower area. You feel me? So I guess Mo, I didn't know about this part at first, but I guess Mo pulled India to the side and was like snapping on him low key. Like, man, what would your sister think? Da 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 da. And India was denying it the whole time. But like I said, gang members got pulled. So once he got word from another institution that, oh, that's what he was doing at that camp, then it's common sense what happened. You feel me? So it started putting more and more together to where it was like India was messing with boys. You get what I'm saying? So once he got out of confinement, India, you know, from the STD and everything, once he got out of confinement, they put him back in the same dorm. I gave him the shoulder. I was like, bro, I don't fuck with you like that. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, damn, bro, what you mean? And I said, look, I'm just being real with you, bro. You know, I can't hang out with nobody that's on that type of time because that ain't how I rock. You know, it ain't nothing against the people, you know, that are on that time. Y'all do whatever y'all want. Y'all do as y'all's please. But at the same time, I'm not even trying to be around someone that gets down like that. You know, I do my time totally different. You feel me? So I told him that straight up. And he was like, bro, but what if it ain't true? And I said, how is it not true, bro? If you just got a recent active STD. And India looked straight at me, bro, and he gave me the rundown. He was like, look, bro, I'm going to be real with you, bro. I've been fucking with such and such, such and such. And I looked at him, and I couldn't believe he was telling me the whole breakdown that he was sleeping with this one boy, and they first started flirting inside of the shower area, and you know, and he just started, and I said, what? I said, that's crazy. I said, look, bro, I said, you do whatever you do, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't my style, you feel me? And then I laced Mo up on it too. I was like, Mo, bro, you know, India just told me. He like, yeah, I don't fuck with bro. And for the remainder of the time that us three were in the dorm, before we all got in trouble and shit, me and Mo were still like this, but we ain't fuck with India. You know what I'm saying? We like, and then once we didn't fuck with him, he was wide open with it now. Like, you would see him with the sissy, you know, and you would see them like go in the shower area, and you would see he was like head open, you know, like wide open now. It was like me and Mo were the people he didn't want to let down. But at the end of the day, it was like he couldn't help but to just, you know, let it all out now that we weren't cool with him no more. And it disgusted us, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because at the end of the day, you know, prisons don't really put a stop to these things, you know. Literally, they you know, they got PREA signs everywhere to prevent rape elimination acts. You know, call PREA if you know someone that it happened to, or if it happened to you and you were a victim. They got these signs and these numbers everywhere on the wall. While you're standing on the phone, there's a sign. While you're standing there in line, there's a sign. While you're in the TV room, there's a sign. You know, they keep these up all the time to try to help people to call, you know, if you are a victim at one of these things. But at the same time, there's so many in prison giving it away that it isn't like you see in the movies where someone's always trying to take. You feel me? There's so many in there that are just like, hey, yeah, I'm ready to give it to you. And there's so many people like, hey, you want me to, you know, that you see it, you know, and your best bet is to avoid it all, you know, stay from, you know, away from it. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because instead of them like trying to crack down and make it to where it isn't, you know, possible, the systems aren't really focused on that. They're more focused on making it safe to where you can't get an STD, you see. So they got it to where a lot of institutions, like I said in the intro, have condom dispensaries. Like you go inside of dorms and there's literally like a dispensary and you could grab a rubber out of there. You feel me? Then you think about it. If you were a guard that worked there, or, you know, some type of officer that was a part of the institution, and you just filled that motherfucker with 20 state-issued condoms, and now you're going back there again in a week because there's 2 left. What you think, you know? Now, don't get me wrong. A couple people could be using the rubbers, you know, to put it around their contraband and the suitcase it or whatever it is. Stick it in their ass. They wreck them. But at the same time, it isn't like people didn't already have a route for that. You know, they take gloves from the guards and they use parts of the glove to do that. So they would be doing the same thing with the rubbers also. But I can guarantee you, if they put 20 rubbers in that dispensary thing, and then in 5 days there's only 2 left, so that means 18 of them were gone. I can guarantee you, out of them 18, at least 5 of them are used due to some sexual acts. You see what I'm saying? And you gotta be sharp enough, man, to realize, you know, like what's going on around you. You see what I'm saying? Because you'll see older people doing it, younger people doing it. You'll see some jits that are 21, 22 years old, and they'll be in there, you know, they done caught 40 years. They don't know what else they gonna do. They're never gonna be able to smell pussy again. You feel me? So they, in their mind, they gotta fuck their lotion for the rest of their life. And they be chasing these sissies around, you know what I'm saying, like little hound dogs, like they madly in love. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of things that you're gonna see go down inside a prison. You're gonna see 55 and up dudes that are almost 60 years old out here running around with a sissy, you know, trying to get it in while they can, I guess. You feel me? And it's sickening, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know, you know, men are supposed to be with women, you feel me? But the fact is regardless of how sickening it is, these are the type of things that you are going to see and that are going to go around you inside a prison. You feel me? And instead of being someone that's, you know, around that shit, you got to draw the line off rip like I did with India. You know, you got to let them know, like, look, bro, you're my dog, but me not knowing all this flaw shit and this weird shit that came out about you now, you know, I ain't got nothing to say to you, dog. You know, sometimes you meet some people up the road that were real cool, but at the same time, it's like, me and you cannot be friends. You know, we cannot hang out. There ain't got to be no beef where it's me and you trying to kill each other or where I'm coming at you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you stay over there, I'm going to stay over here, bro. Don't be looking at me. I ain't looking at you. I don't care what you got going on no more. You see what I'm saying? Because it's never going to stop the sexual activities inside a prison. You get what I'm saying? And if it slows down, eventually there'll be some rotation cycles to where they move people, ship people, bring new people, adjust this person here, transfer him. And before you know it, it's going to flare right back up again. You know, you got inside a prison 7, 8 people fighting over one sissy. You know, you could be in a dorm and there could be a sissy in there that you don't talk to, you stay away from, everybody stays away from him that isn't like, you know, dealing with him. And there'll be 6, 7 dudes in there that could be real savages, like gangsters that are living like that got knives, that are protecting this sissy, that will rock out about that sissy. They call it boy pussy. They'll rock out about that boy pussy, and they'll do whatever they gotta do and harm whoever tries to intervene with them and that person. You see, and that's how it is. And it's like, that ain't really your fight or your problem. No, if you don't fault with that type of thing, you know, then stay away from it. It ain't your job to, you know, go after them and get them out the dorm every time you see them, because eventually there's going to be ones that try to fight back. You know, there's going to be some that click up with other ones and will come and attack your ass with knives. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, down here in Florida, there's a gang called the OKs, and they're all sissies with knives, slinging that iron, going to dorm, stabbing people, wetting bitches up. And you know, so you never really want to just make something that has nothing to do with you your problem. You feel me? That's why it's good to just know what's going on around you, but don't care about it. You know, like, distance yourself. Don't be around them type of people. You see what I'm saying? And if you are one of them people that fall short and decide to do something like that, safe sex is the best way to go. That's all I can really explain to y'all, you know, by breaking it down the right way without wording anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? They got a huge community, so I don't want to say anything offensive. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean no harm with what I'm saying, you know, but at the same time, it's like I'm just trying to explain it. You feel me? And salute to whoever, you know, but at the end of the day, prison is never going to stop, you know, the sexual activities. You get what I'm saying? You got some people in there that can't go without, so anytime they see a sissy, they want to look at it like it's a woman. Then you got sissies in there that want to stir shit up between gangsters and start liking this guy and make people, you know, nut up and go crazy and start stabbing people over them so that way they feel wanted. Then you got people that are bandits that will try to take, you know what I'm saying, something. But 9 times out of 10, if you got a homeboy or somebody you know does something like that and it gets revealed to you, you gotta cut them off. You gotta fall back from them. You gotta let them know, hey bro, wish you luck throughout the rest of your bid, but I don't get down like that, because how someone's looked at inside of prison, their homeboys looked at the same way. You get what I'm saying? If you hang out with a bunch of people that walk around and mess with sissies, you're gonna be considered as someone that messes with sissies. You know, if you hang out with someone that's a rat, you look like you're a rat, or you're condoning it. Okay, that's the easiest way to explain it. And for India, me finding that out about him because he was a cool dude from Gainesville, I had to, you know, fall back from him, even though, you know, he was cool at one point, you feel me? But I didn't want to be caught up in the mix or be labeled as somebody that condoned that type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? And you got people inside of prison that are catching all types of STDs, all types of uncurable things, you know, because there is no safe sex like there should be. You know, they're just now, within these last few years, started adding, you know, the condom dispensaries. Now, don't get me wrong. They're not everywhere either. No institution I ever went to had the condom dispensaries. You could not go in a dorm and pull out a rubber. You see what I'm saying? These are things that I've read up on and heard about in different places. You know, I don't even know if they have them down here in Florida yet. But I know some institutions in certain places do have these. Because they're like, you know, we're never going to be able to stop them from having sex. So the best we could do is try to make it safer. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's just crazy because this is the type of world you're going to be around. And if you're someone that's got 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and you find yourself locked up and around these certain things, you know, you're going to want to know, like, what the hell? And if you're someone that, you know, doesn't condone in it and can't stand this type of stuff, you're going to hate that you got to do 20, 30 years around this stuff. You see what I'm saying? And I just wanted to do this video to share the story with y'all, to let y'all know how I had a homeboy one time who ended up getting an STD while in prison. And that right there is what made everything hit the fan, to where we found out, you know, and then we had to cut ways with him. He had to go that way, we go this way, boom, boom, boom. Then he was wide open with it, you know, and it was just mind-blowing, because as he was with that sissy after that, every time I'd see him here and there, he didn't even seem cool no more. He didn't even seem like the person that he was when I was cool with him. You know what I'm saying? Like he was an undercover cool person. which means he was playing undercover like he was straight, but he was really low-key a sissy. But he was, you know, he was playing, you know, low-key like he was straight, like he was a cool person, you know. But now that it came out that he messed with boys, that's the only image that you could see now when you look at him. It's not going to erase out my head. You know what I'm saying? And every time I'd see him, he'd be with the sissy. They'd be walking around the rec yard. They'd be at the library. They'd be walking the chow together. You'd see them like two peas in a pod. Like, they'd be walking around together and shit. Like, everything was like a date for them. Like, we're walking to the chow hall to get these sloppy ass trays. They're walking together like they're on the fucking stroll on the beach walking to get ice cream. Or we're on the rec yard playing ball or running laps or doing dips. They're walking around like their feet's in the sand, walking around the beach together getting a tan. Like, bro, it was just mind blowing just to see that type of shit after someone denied it for the longest. You see what I'm saying? But not having safe sex when he was doing whatever he was doing, it caught up to him. Because no matter how much you hang out with somebody and you are around that individual, there's going to be times that they try to, you know, if they are messing with boys, there's going to be times that they try to slither their way and make time to get it in where you're not even going to notice it. You get what I'm saying? You might fall asleep. They might wake up and meet this fucking sissy in the shower area. You know, it might be nighttime. It's time to go to sleep. Boom, you finally go to sleep and they go in there. You know, and all they need is 5 minutes, you know, to get in with their lover, whatever they got to do. You feel me? So as much as you're around them, you're going to defend them. Like, nah, hell nah. And I remember telling Mo, I was like, you sure, bro, India? Like, he did not seem like that. He didn't seem like he would sleep with boys. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't one of them ones that walked around feminine talking like a girl. He was one of them ones that was like, you know, I guess he was the male of the fucking relationship. But I used to tell Mo, hell nah, bro. He's like, bro, I heard some shit about him at his last camp. And then, you know, I heard he got caught, you know, looking, having to stare down and chopping it up with the sissy during the shower time in the shower. And I said, what? When was this? Because we're all in the same dorm. You get what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, it isn't the sissy's fault, you know, because that's what they're meant to do. That's their goal. That's what, and everybody who sees a sissy knows what they do. You can look at them and tell that is a boy, but they like to suck dick. You could see that, you know. It isn't their fault that another person fell victim for them. So you can't take it out on the sissy. You know, you got to take it out on your homeboy who wasn't sharp enough up here. You see what I'm saying? And it just threw me, man. That's why I wanted to do this video with y'all. I wanted to open up about it and let y'all, you know, hear from it the best way I can word it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, you know. But y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Y'all think I was right for cutting Indy off? I do. You know what I'm saying? I still, regardless if everybody says, nah, hell nah, you weren't right. That's your dog. Regardless, my choice was my choice and I made my choice. You feel what I'm saying? And if you've ever seen, you know, something like this go down inside a prison, drop it in the comment section. And if y'all think that they should do way more than just hand out rubbers now, drop it in the comment section. You feel me? Now, before I wrap the video up, I do want to let y'all know for 2024 coming up, I am going to be cleaning my channel up. All right. So what I mean by that is you might see a shitload of videos that I once had that aren't there no more. I'm cleaning it up. You know, I'm breaking it down. You know, I'm getting older now. So, you know, I got to limit it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to make it to where people, you know, don't see a bunch of bad things. You know, I did videos, I guess, you know, that weren't YouTube's, you know, weren't their guidelines and shit like that. And I've been doing it for years, you know. So believe it or not, for like the last 6 months, I haven't even been monetized over here. And it has to do with a lot of my videos, I guess, you know. They hit me with reuse of content when it's really my content. You get what I'm saying? So the only way I can think of it is maybe, you know, I gotta clean up my channel or something like that. You feel me? But if there's videos that you once watched and you remember them, your best bet's to go back and look at them. You know, I'm not gonna go and delete 500, 600 videos, nothing like that. Probably clean up the videos that were, you know, from within the last year or so. I'll probably go through them and chop some down, delete some, you know, stuff like that. So I want to make sure I mention that before, you know, this video's over, just to let y'all know. We're getting ready for new things in 2024, so that's what I want to do with y'all. But anyways, Drop in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think they should do way more than just give out rubbers inside of dispensaries? I do. I think they should put an end to that motherfucker. I think they should put something in the food to where if your ass does something like that, your dick fall off. That's how I look at it. Because I'm going to be real with you. Rubbers don't be doing the trick anyways, bro. These shits be breaking. These shits be small. This one's literally just for the video. Y'all know how it is. A lot of these shits don't fit unless it's a Magnum. You feel me? And then them bitches be tearing, popping. Y'all know how it is. Hitting a female, and then all of a sudden the tip of that bitch break off in the bitch. Y'all know how it goes. So the rubbers ain't really, helping any motherfucker gonna be like, man, fuck this rubber. I want the real deal. So I feel like they need to do more to put an end to it. You feel me? But anyways, that's all I got for y'all, man. Drop it in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. All right? Till next time, y'all already know, like I always say, make sure you keep them rat squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, and clout chasers out your circle. Till next time, this the one and only. I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal, I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though.
I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though. Cause I'm a criminal, yeah, I'm a criminal.